Guys, before we get into it, based on the results of today's Hunger Games, if you have any suggestions of ways you want people to die, alliances that get formed, things to happen in the Hunger Games, please submit them to the fan mail. There will be a link in the bio of this podcast. There is also a link on our Instagram. So if you have any ideas, we want to include those because one, we don't have enough ideas, and two, it's also fun to see what you guys write. So with that, let's keep going into the Hunger Games.
Hell yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Hunger Games. We are officially at the games. This is the Nobody Asked podcast. For those of you who are new here, or for those of you who have not experienced the Hunger Games that we had last year, this is where we get a bunch of Australian influencers and media personalities, and we throw them into an imaginary Hunger Games, and we are the game makers. We decide what happens, but it's not totally up to us.
No.
For example, we might say, like last year, Eden was stuck inside a cave and she was cooking a rotisserie chicken.
I forgot about that.
Yes, and we said, you are either going to die because you've cooked this chicken inside a cave and you're going to suffocate, or you get out in time. And the way we decide that is one, we roll a dice. We say if we roll an odd number, you die. If we roll an even number, you survive. Or we'll pick out a card. You pick red or black. Or we've also got a coin that will flip.
We've got everything around here, guys. We're getting prepped.
So we've prepped harder than a twink. But we... Speaking of twink, our outfits.
Our outfits.
Again, this is a visual podcast.
This is the only store-bought costume you're going to see.
Yeah.
This time, by the way.
And it's honestly.
And it's kind of so worth it.
Kind of fits like a bit of a glove.
I'm quite comfortable.
I am just trying not to have any point where someone can go, well, that's his balls.
You would love for your arms to break through that.
I'd love my arms, but not my testicles. This would be the last thing. I'm kind of like, guys, don't make edits of us. Guys, don't make edits of us like.
Please don't make edits of us like.
Guys, don't put us in slow motion. Don't do like a slow reverbed. Guys, don't do it with the soundtrack where it's Pedro Pascal going like, Daddy's a state of mind. Then it cuts to us just looking.
Candidly laughing.
Guys, literally don't do that. But yeah, I am semi-worried about. If I sit the wrong way and a bit of fabric gets tucked under something.
It won't.
I don't know.
Welcome to me on the pod.
I don't know. My dick is so average. So
painfully average.
Dude, it's one of the most average.
It's sort of the most common one you could find.
I mean, girls see it and they're like, whoa, that is pretty much what I expected.
They get deja vu. They've seen it's such an average penis.
I've got like a penis you see in a science textbook.
Yeah, it's like an average of everyone they've ever seen.
It's not making anyone feel bad.
Yeah.
No, guys, It's huge. Kidding, it's tiny. It's up to you. I'll give you three options. Fuck, marry, kill, my small, average, or giant penis. This is great because we were talking earlier about like making sure people who are new to the podcast feel welcome. This is most of it.
Thank fuck that was a rhetorical question. Guys, the Hunger Games. Welcome back.
The Hunger Games.
It's going to be probably sad, I would say. I would say at times it will be upsetting. Mm-hmm. I would say at times it will be, we'll be vindicated if you don't like some of these influencers.
Yeah.
Also, it goes without saying, they're not really going to be dead. Gotta say that.
That was a big one.
Lockie's on the smelling salts again.
That was a big one.
Every time he does it, I'm reminded why I don't want to do any.
Oh, it's kind of getting old, so it's harder to get like a good sniff out of it. So I really had to hold up to the nose. Woo! Hunger Games. Hunger Games.
He's already crying. Famously, last year I did cry.
Several times.
But there was a dog in it, guys. None of these people I care about enough.
Famously, I killed that dog by feeding it chocolate.
You did too, you evil little fuck.
I loved what I became in the games last year.
You're crying.
I was such a villain last year. I came fourth, I think, but I was.
You did, but at what cost?
At what cost? Yeah, was it who offed me? Was it Kat Clark? Mm-hmm. I believe we had a storyline. I think she offed me.
Yes, I think you put a.
I stole her family.
Yeah, you stole her family. That's what it was.
Guys, if you haven't listened to the original Hunger Games, I would say go back and listen to them. I believe they're episode 23, 24, 25, 26.
Yes.
This year we thought, we're not doing that many. We'll fucking wrap that up quick.
Yes.
But guys, we just to reiterate, for those of you who forgot,
I was going to say, let's do a little recap.
Our tributes heading into the Hunger Games in just a moment.
And I just want you to imagine all of these people in those little suction cup elevator things before they get put into the arena.
I want you to imagine all these tributes being sucked off with a cup. Is that what you were saying?
Exactly.
That's what you meant?
I mean, yeah, that's what I've drawn.
Yeah, perfect. Guys, Lockie, hit the music. Thank you very much. District 1, Indy Clinton and Money Mitch. District 2, Brittany Saunders and Pat Doherty. District 3, Cez and Jackson Field. District 4, Fonzie Gomez and Georgia Productions. Number 5, District 5. Why did I say number 5?
District 5.
District 5, Granny Flat. And we have actually had to take someone out because... Not because we could have potentially been sued, but because someone volunteered as tribute.
Yes.
And who volunteers as tribute?
Who?
Someone who's brave enough to go in. And I wasn't going to do it, but I went back and checked who was in District 5 last year.
Why do I have goosebumps? Because I think I know exactly who it was.
I'm sending back in our Mockingjay. Mitch Coombs is going back into the Hunger Games.
I knew it. And this is the thing. Why
I've got goosies. I've got little goosies.
Dude,
you have actual goosebumps.
Why do I have that? Guys, this pretend Hunger Games really gets me going.
So Mitch Coombs, the winner of last year's Hunger Games, because I'm President snowing this right now, I'm not allowing a Mockingjay to rise. He will go back in and he will perish.
Yes.
I'm not going back in, am I?
Oh, dog.
Oh, Chook.
Oh, Chook.
Oh, Chook, that's fine.
I also have one more important
yeah,
point
please.
do you know we have thumb holes?
No? We have thumb holes
in these outfits.
In these bitches?
Guys, we're wearing so for the
true.
audio listeners, we are wearing the water suit things that they get put in the second movie, Catching Fire. Guys, we're so good at this.
I would like to think we're not doing a Katniss and Peter. This is more of a Joanna and a Finnick sort of thing.
Wow.
This is a lot more of a Joanna Finnick situation. I didn't even realize the thumbs.
You're way too mean to be Peter, and I talk way too much to be Katniss.
Yeah.
We are technically dressing as the next episode.
Oh, that was a spoiler. But people, they don't know, but you don't. You could never guess what we're doing.
You actually could because they know how fucking weird we are. But
yeah, true. That's true.
You will, if you're right, congratulations. I sent you a little smooch in the mail. Anyway.
Lockie, back to the music. Thank you very much. District 6, Luke Kidgel and Maddie McRae. District 7, Scott Green and Esme Louise James. District 8, Steph Broadbridge, Kyle Sandilands. District 9, Jimmy and Nath and Bridie Drake. District 10, Chloe Madron and Bridie Drake. Sorry, that says Jarchi. That's my bad.
You better shut the
fuck
up.
So that one was. If you guys didn't see that, guys, what a weekend Eden and I have had. At one point, this podcast no longer existed. What a weekend it's been. The Hunger Games truly brings out the best in both of us.
When we say we fight like siblings,
it's fucked.
It's fucked.
Yeah. I still stand by what I said on an episode, like maybe 10 episodes ago, and it's the wrong thing to say. But if we were siblings, like when we were like 4 or 5,
we would have fucked
beat the fuck out of each other. Yeah, yeah.
No, we would have thrown things across a room.
I would have thrown you down the stairs at like 5 years old.
I would have whacked you on the head with a toy bus.
Yeah. District 11, Michael Finch and Sam Andrew. District 12, Jess Troy the Arm Collector and Mates Rates. Those are our competitors heading into the games.
God, who are you personally backing? Who do you think's got a good...
Who am I personally backing it up onto?
Yeah.
Michael Finch.
That really got me. It came to you so quickly.
The image of me backing it up on Michael Finch.
He's in front of making the ramen in the big wok. Terrifying stuff.
Shall we begin the games?
We absolutely should. All right.
Do you want to kick us off? They've come through up the portals. What's happening?
They've come up through the portals. Remember, if you step up the block early, you get blown up.
You're dead.
Now, as we can
famously, Sam Fricker dove off the blocks early last year. One of our first casualties.
Yes. So last year we actually did the Catching Fire. They did start in the water.
Did they?
Well, he said dove off the blocks.
No, he dove headfirst into the grass.
Right. Oh, because
he immediately.
Okay, so he's a freak and an idiot. Of course.
In our little make-believe world, yes, he dove straight into the grass.
Okay, well, this one, it is the Catching Fire arena.
Oh, okay.
So if you guys have seen the movie or read the books, you remember it's like there's little divisions. It looks like almost like a clock. There's little sort of quarters. Each person is put up onto they're surrounded by water.
There's like a pathway of rocks to the cornucopia.
There's a pathway of rocks, so they can try and get on those. Cornucopia, we've got a selection of weapons,
I'm happy with
tools, survival instruments.
Yeah.
Something appears at the cornucopia.
Oh, God. Who is it?
It's a microphone on a stand.
Oh, no.
Would that be for stand-up comedy, do you think?
It just might be.
It just might be. Pat Doherty says, I don't want to share the stage time with any of these people.
Oh, God.
Luckily, some of them are glued to their phones. They would never step foot on an in-person live action stage.
No, of course not.
No. Except we do have Steph Broadbridge and Chloe Madron.
Oh, yes.
But they're also eyeing off the microphone. They love stand-up. They love the world of comedy. They're not giving it up. So as the buzzer goes off, everyone dives off.
Yep.
I'm going to roll the dice. There's one person that can get to it first. All right? If I roll a 1 or a 2, it's Pat.
Okay.
If I roll a 3 or a 4, it's Chloe Madron. If I roll a 5 or a 6, it is my boss, Steph Broadbridge.
And is this the person who attains that weapon?
Who reaches the microphone first.
Great. It's a 1.
It's Pat Doherty.
Pat Doherty achieves the microphone. I'd like to say that he runs off into the woods with the microphone in hand, but he can feel footsteps behind him.
Oh, no.
Someone tackles him.
Who?
He stumbles down into a cave. It's Luke Kidgel.
I forgot about Luke Kidgel.
Don't say that publicly.
No.
They're in this cave. Suddenly the lights turn on. They realize they're inside a makeshift comedy store. The game makers have created a comedy store in a cave in the Hunger Games. And there's only one way out.
Who books this gig?
It's very close, Eden. There's only one way out of this cave because it's locked right now. Who can out-crowd work the other? They go back and forth with each other. What do you do for work? Like two wizards dueling. So is this your girlfriend? How long have you guys been together? How long have you been dating? Like two semi-autistic Darth Vaders with verbal lightsabers. Wow. Give us a woo if you're from America. Does anyone have a good story? Is it good stand-up if the crowd is telling you the punchline? Haha, so good to be here opening for Blake Pavey, they both say. They keep going back and forth until they can't ask any more questions. What do you do for a living? What do you do for a dying? Because someone's about to die.
Wow.
Because one of them is about to run out of breath. I'm going to draw a card.
Okay.
If I draw a red card, Pat Doherty is dead. If I draw a black card, Luke Kidgel is dead. The microphone cord is wrapped around the throat of somebody as they take their last breath.
Oh, who?
And their last words are, take care of CapCut for me. Our first casualty in the Hunger Games is Luke Kidgel.
The cannon goes off. Don't say we don't do anything in...
I just dropped the cards. Sorry.
Yeah, well, he's shattered. It's
Yeah.
not easy to lose a friend,
Hey.
a colleague.
Guys, clip it up, CapCut it, post it, 18 million views, featured on Barstool Sports and Lad Bible. That is how you'll be remembered, Luke Kidgel.
This is fucked up already, man. Oh, God.
Guys, this is what we mean. Like, you're probably sitting here thinking, like, oh, we kept Pat around because he's your friend. Literally, Pat
It's
could have been the
not
first one gone. And can I say, I've written a couple of death scenarios for Pat and a couple of storylines he's a part of. So the part of me was like, ooh, fuck, if he's gone here, I'm kind of screwed with a lot of my storylines. But our first casualty, choked out with a microphone cord by Pat Doherty.
He survived by the skin of his penis because...
He did what, sorry? I don't believe the penis came into any part of this fight.
I just wanted
I do have a penis-related death that we will get to at some stage.
I want to zoom in on another part of the arena. Now says, although missing out on weapons at the start, runs into the bushes and is airdropped an omnicord. Now, I don't know if you know what an omnicord is. Have you ever seen any videos of anyone playing it?
No, I go outside usually.
Oh, shut up. It almost looks like an auto harp, but it's white, it's electric. They play little, you press little buttons and you strum a little bit of it. Very cool sounding instrument. Says has one. I'm always saying I'm very jealous of it. So she's dropped an omnicord now, and District 3 electronics is her district specialty.
With Jackson Field, absolutely.
Absolutely. So she sort of says has fashioned this into some type of, she's taken it apart, fashioned it into some type of deadly taser that also plays beautiful, enchanting electronic music.
So you can't hear the screams of the people that she's tasering.
She's killing them softly with her song.
Oh,
Killing them softly.
All right, Eden.
With her song.
All right. Okay. All right.
She hides in the bushes right near the beach and sees a figure walking by. She lunges out of the bushes and electrocutes someone all the way death style.
All the way death style. All the way death style. Oh, sexy lady. Oh,
Who was it?
Can I jump in? Can I meet you halfway with this one?
Absolutely.
Because I've got someone who it could be.
Okay.
So while Sez has been taking this part and she's got a taser and she's hiding in the bushes, she's looked dead straight into the camera and said, "Come with me to take a shit in the Hunger Games arena." It's habit. Of course she's going to do that.
Of course.
And so while she's waiting in the bushes with this taser and she's taking a shit, Kyle Sandilands, as he does best, sees someone in a vulnerable position and much like broadcasting them to a national audience during breakfast radio, thinks, I can take advantage of this weird situation. He's the one that runs towards her. And I'd like to say that Kyle Sandilands either gets to Sez or he slips in Sez's shit that she's just taken the bush. Yuck! And she tasers him to death. Would you be okay with that set of circumstances?
Okay.
So are we doing odd numbers, Sez wins?
Yes.
Even numbers, Kyle wins.
Yes. Let's do some ASMR dice rolling. You like that?
What happens, Eden?
Oh, guys.
What happens?
Kyle lunges towards Sez.
Oh, God.
His foot hits a little bit of the shit. But not enough shit.
No!
Not enough shit.
No!
Kyle
Not Sez!
killed Sez.
Oh no!
Sez was a front runner for me for some reason. I just had a feeling that she was going to maybe, maybe take one of the big... Oh, God, this is fucked.
That's incredibly sad.
This is awful. I don't want to do this anymore. You know what I mean?
What we mean.
This is fucked.
This is makes it it's very clear that we both want to just get rid of Kyle on that one.
Yep. Well, Kyle Sandilands is at large, everyone. How do you feel?
Well,
That's not what I meant. That's not what I meant.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my
No time for body shaming like the Hunger Games. All right.
Absolutely. Now, guys, as we're this far in, I would like to play you a piece of audio that we have been sent in.
Yes.
They're the reactions. We have 2 videos. Mm-hmm. The reactions as we're going along, because I think it is pertinent to some of the things that have happened. These are some of the reactions from people like Jackson Field, Mates Rates, Maddie McRae, Georgia Productions, Scott Green, Pat Doherty, and Money Mitch. So thank you to those people for sending in.
Thank you so much. And if you're late, we hate you.
Look, I'll be honest, when I found out that I was a tribute for the second ever Australian Hunger Games, I was pretty ecstatic.
I feel like I'm mentally, physically prepared. You can hear I'm a little bit under the weather at the moment, a little bit of congestion happening. That's just me getting that out of the way, building up the immune system. I actually was just finding as many sick people as I could and making out with them to try and get that.
I did consider taking this jumper off to film because of the branding on it, and then I remembered that these guys don't really get sponsors anyway. No real risk there.
I'd like to say I'm honoured. Lucky did say in his message that I deserved it. Don't know if that was a dig.
Now, I haven't seen the movies, guys.
I've seen 1.5. Yeah. Well, the second one I had to go pee-pee, and then I ended up in the ladies' bathroom by accident, and then I couldn't go back.
Stayed a while, huh?
Well, yeah, because it was year 8, and I was too scared to go back into the cinema because I thought that ladies would catch me.
Liam and Evan, thank you so much for including me in the Who Cares podcast Hunger Games Season 2. This is going to be very exciting. Ready flat, mates rates. I want them on my side. I need bodies. There's power in numbers. Old Greek men know that. Old Greek Empire knew that. And I love Greek men. I love them. Very fluid sexually. So I need a lot of fluid Greek men, lots of bodies.
I was actually the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu state champion in Queensland. Sorry, I just carry this thing around sometimes. I'm actually wearing the gold medal I won because I actually submitted both my opponents in under 30 seconds.
Ultimately, would I be willing to kill everyone else in the arena? Yes. Mates rates. That's interesting. And I do think Christo would turn just in Christo's ear a little bit. Like, well, it's interesting that Sammy gets a lot of the main roles in the videos, isn't it? Same could be said for Tom, but I do think that Christo is the one that would be willing to betray his close friends.
So our plan would be, I guess, initially to sew us all like in a triangle, so we never have our backs turned.
And we'll pretend to be friends with Money Mitch because he's got the money.
but he'll
stab him
Mitch him
asleep.
right in the back. Yeah.
Kind of, if someone else reached for a weapon at the same time I did, I'd probably be like, oh, no, like, you get it. Like, no, it's fine. Like, seriously, I'll like, look for something else. It's fine. I can imagine that would be a bit of an issue for me.
I don't think I'll do well. I'm that girl in the horror film that dies first. What's down this hallway? Stabbed in the back. Probably by Brady Drake.
Please don't kill me off in this. Like, seriously. Like, can we... Like, if you guys just want to edit this out, like, you don't have to... Like, if you don't have to do that.
Well, thank you.
Thank you for our wonderful tributes.
Wonderful to hear from our tributes at a time like this.
Oh, yes. Very, very sad. I mean, we've already lost Sez and Luke Kidgel. God, they're really dropping like flies, but it's good to see. We need to see some alliances.
Absolutely,
some
we do.
Some team-ups.
Some team spirit.
Within
goddammit.
within the tributes, you'd obviously see some team-ups and unlikely team-ups, such as Georgia Productions and Fonzie Gomez of District 4.
Now, can you imagine? Georgia Productions and Fonzie Gomez, what would they talk about, given they're from very different generations?
I
I have a whole thing on this.
Okay.
I have a whole thing
Well,
on this.
you feel free to jump in and interrupt me here, but I had this little...
Okay.
My thoughts of, she's a bit of an overthinker, Georgia,
Yes.
sometimes. So I think this is the right option for her. She doesn't have to overthink it. She can just stick with the person who's in her district. And
Okay.
as they're walking, he's asking her questions
Yes.
to get to know her, which I think is a great thing. Fonzie's asking her things like, what's your body count? Who's the hottest boy in school? Kiss or slap? What do you do for a living? How much is your car? Will you call your crush right now for $10? It absolutely drives her into delirium, hearing the same thing over and over and over. At which point she decides to ask Fonzie, how old are you?
We have written the same thing. I love this so much.
He begins to short circuit. And he explodes right there on the spot. Georgia stands over him with her Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Award and looks at him and goes, now my body counts 1.
Wow.
We're not even rolling dice for that one.
This is electric. No, it's just happened.
That's a bar.
Do you know what's...
Now your body counts 1. Oh.
Boom.
Boom. GP taking out Fonzie Gomez by just asking what his age is.
Do you know what is so funny? I'll tell you
what's up, brother?
I'll show you guys an alternate story. Hey, bit of a peek behind the curtains as usual. Guys, we've got nothing to hide around here in the Nobody Else podcast.
Bit of a peek behind my flaps.
Bit of a peek into our flaps.
Have a little bit of peek into our flaps.
Let's just roll our flaps back for 1 second.
That's why we're keeping our legs closed with these costumes on, because we don't want you to have a peek behind the flaps.
Mine basically went, Mates Rates runs into Fonzie Gomez at a Westfield and he asks him to play Truth or Dare. Christo says fine, but we get to ask you first.
Yeah.
Fonzie says okay. Tom asks how old are you? Fonzie grabs Sammy in a headlock and says, say I'm 23 or this one gets it. Does it work? But no, because his bones are too fragile to hold someone back like that because he's 53. Now, guys, another pretty integral part of the games is not only the combat, not only the killing each other, but you also have to survive the arena.
Yep.
All right, you have to find food, you have to find water, shelter, it could rain at any second, you've got to make fire, you have nothing on you except for what you can grab from the cornucopia.
Absolutely.
Now, there is something from the cornucopia that maybe other people would have looked past. Mm-hmm. Not Michael Finch.
Not Michael Finch.
Now, Michael Finch, interesting career trajectory, went from being a makeup guy to now predominantly cooking, sort of vlogging. And
you see a cornucopia, he sees a HelloFresh brand deal.
Well, exactly. So now the cornucopia, it's got big bowls.
Big bowls?
Big bowl.
Are you looking at my costume, mate?
Big bowls.
Big bowls.
Full of weapons.
Full
right?
of weapons.
Now, all of these go to our other tributes, our more, I'd say combat savvy tributes. I would say Granny Flat would have had a few.
Yes.
Some of the fastest ones to make it towards the cornucopia would have really tackled these. Absolutely. Jackson Field would have had a weapon, I believe.
Well, it's interesting you say that. Well, he has in his video, in the second part of the video, he actually talks about the fact that he would not go for a weapon.
Oh, really?
Being a BJJ champion, he would just simply use his hand
what the fuck
skills.
a BJJ?
Yeah, do we also going to Jackson Field being a state champion at
BJJ
at blowjobs? That's crazy.
BJJ.
I had no idea Jackson Field was that good at blowjobs.
That's crazy.
State champion at BJ's.
My God.
I'm going to cut it out. I'm going to edit the video so it's just him going, I'm a state champion at BJ, and it just stops there. 2 times. Finish both, exactly
Finish both of them off.
Finish both of them off in less than 30 seconds.
Light work.
And I'll do it again. That's why I don't need a weapon. I just will use my mouth. It's the All Right Hey method, as All Right Hey said last year. That still sticks in my head. My most effective weapon would be my mouth.
Yeah.
I was like, all right.
Back to the cornucopia. Now it's
Yes.
sort of like, a big dish of weapons, and they're all gone. Michael Finch goes, what am I going to do? But no one's thinking ahead like maybe Michael Finch would, because at the bottom, we've got some packets of bulldog ramen.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
In goes the water. Well, pretty much from straight away, Michael Finch will light a fire under the big dish.
Yeah.
Water from around.
It's a little too convenient, all these ingredients are nearby, isn't it?
Well, that's true. Bulldog
Weird.
ramen goes in, and I think Michael hatches a plan, because you know what he needs? Protein.
Yep.
He stalks his way around the cornucopia. God. To see who's... looking for any stragglers.
He's going full yellow jackets.
Anyone with
We're like an hour into the Hunger Games. He's already thinking of eating somebody.
anyone with a limp?
Is he making it inside the cornucopia?
Yes, that is the
obviously
bowl.
learnt nothing from you last year. He was not watching them last year when he saw you suffocate inside a cave.
No.
Cooking rotisserie. But please go on.
He sees someone.
Oh, God. Is it me?
It's not you.
Damn it.
Because you're not there.
True.
Because you're a game maker now.
Absolutely.
You fool, and you freak, and you idiot.
Thank you.
And you fucker. I'm not going to say any more words because I'm going Slurville.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
Go to Slurville. Right.
Guy Fieri's got Flavortown. You've got Slurville.
Michael sees a brunette woman
Yes.
running, dodging, trying to see if there's any more scraps of weapons because she's defenseless. Poor thing. He grasps someone by the back of the little suit that we're in.
By the ponytail.
He turns her around. Could it be Esme Louise James? Maybe Sam Andrews? I'm gonna flip a coin.
We're going to flip a coin. All right, you drop the coin on the ground.
I'm gonna say that's the flip. I haven't seen it yet.
So whoever head, Sam Andrew,
Yes.
tails, Esme Louise James,
Yes.
and that the person who it is the one who's getting cooked up and eaten by Michael Finch.
Yes.
In a delicious... What dishes is he making them into?
He's using bulldog ramen.
Ooh.
Sorry, girls.
A delicious entree. Oh, am I saying that wrong? I believe it's pronounced Esme Louise James.
Oh, how sad. Because everyone really could have got along with, getting their fuck on in the arena.
I would have really liked that.
I really would have loved her knowledge spread around the arena because we haven't seen any real... there's no hint at any, showmance is crazy. I'm so musical theatre coded. I
Yeah.
just heard showmance about an arena where people kill each other.
Well, didn't we have...
A fling?
Last year, I believe Ned Brockman and Mackenzie McIntyre had an unspoken sort of Brokeback Mountain thing going.
That's true, they did. But
Yeah.
not in this...
Hey, they can't all be love stories. Some of them are just about pure violence.
That's so true.
Could you please paint the picture of Michael Finch cooking up Esme Louise James as we play the sad music, have the cannon go
course.
off right now, and I cross her off the list.
Michael sets up his tripod. Oh, yeah, he has
This
his
is
phone.
such influencer shit. The first thing he does,
Yeah.
sets up the
his
ring light. Okay,
tripod.
sorry. Go on.
And he's going on TikTok live for this one.
Just gonna wait for a couple more people to join, guys. Gonna wait for a couple
Hey,
more.
everyone, just about to cook.
Yep.
Okay, everyone, let's get started. He opens up many, many, many packs of the noodles, slips them into the boiling water, seasons it, chops up green onions very finely, boils an egg in there. Where did he get that? We don't know. Probably took it in with him. Some orifice.
Okay.
He's laid
He's
it-
keystring
he's laid it
ingredients?
like a chicken himself. And it's cooked to the perfect consistency before he puts it in the pot. I've just alluded that he ass cooked it. Yes.
God.
I didn't know I was going to say that.
Well,
there's a
Esme-
lot of improv going on here, guys.
There is Esme Louise James
And she gets slipped in there whole.
slipped in where hole?
In the big bowl.
Oh, in the big bowl.
In the big bowl hole.
Oh,
I'm sorry, Esme.
I'm very sad.
I, for one, wish you survived, but I'm glad that our Chica Bonita, Sam Andrews, is still running around.
We'll actually have a little idea. So the suits that were made for this particular Hunger Games were made with everybody in mind.
Yes.
So wonderfully, our suits for this Hunger Games have all been made by Brittany Saunders, label Fate.
Oh,
Our outfits are brought to you by Fate. What are they? Body positive, all sizes.
Mm-hmm.
But there was a mix-up at the start.
Oh.
There was a mix-up. to the point where Sam Andrew and the man you just spoke about, Michael Finch, got their costumes mixed up. Sam Andrew, not the tallest or biggest human in the world.
No.
Michael Finch, much bigger than Sam Andrew.
Yes.
They've got each other's outfits on. And after he's just eaten Esme Louise James, he feels a bit quite tight around him.
Yes.
Restrictive. It's cutting off circulation. He can't breathe.
Oh, no.
And he looks over and someone else has smelt this food. It was Sam Andrew. She's come over. But she's fallen in the water, and because her costume is so big on her, it's acting like it's waterboarding her.
She never did that test when she was at swimming lessons.
Didn't do it. Should have done it.
Where they make you swim in a
Now
full
look at
coat.
you. Now you look silly.
God, guys, go to swimming lessons. I swear to fuck.
So now Michael Finch has a choice. Does he go save Sam Andrew and potentially lose circulation? Or does he try to just rip his costume off and Sam Andrews drowns because no one is there to help him? This is a two-parter. We're first going to decide whether he goes to help Sam or not.
Mm-hmm. It's interesting seeing he has just eaten a human being. So, teamwork and camaraderie.
But when you're hangry, you make a lot of bad decisions.
That's true.
I think once he's eaten, he's gone, what are we doing?
He could have been wanting to share it with Sam.
Exactly. Odd, he goes over to get Sam.
Yes.
Even, he gets his own costume off and leaves her.
Okay.
Odd, he goes to get Sam. Even, he leaves her. Michael Finch goes to save Sam Andrew, but it comes with a risk. He's either going to be able to pull her out of the water in time and lose circulation on his own shirt, or he's going to be able to get her out and get his shirt off as well.
Meanwhile, Esme is overcooked.
Esme is overcooking like hell. Michael Finch goes to save Sam Andrew. Mm-hmm. Heads, he is able to rescue her. Tails, he is not.
Good catch.
Thank you. Michael Finch reaches down for Sam Andrew. She's thrashing about in the water. He pulls her out. She spits up water. She can't believe she's just been saved. She's looking around. She's thinking, who did that for me? Who just saved me? She's looking around trying to find someone who's, standing up in the sunlight, looking heroic. All she sees is the heroic, lifeless body of Michael Finch wearing a suit that's 6 sizes too small.
Her teammate.
Sam Andrews' own district teammate from District 11, Michael Finch, dies a hero.
Thank you for your sacrifice, Michael.
Michael Finch is the Thresh of this Hunger Games.
And for the giant wok of ramen Sam Andrews now has access to, does she eat it?
I think she goes and eats. I think that's a nice way to wrap up their little story. Sam
think
Andrew originally wanted to go get the food. Michael Finch saved her and cooked dinner for
There's
her.
a whole human in it, and you're gonna starve. Okay, would you just eat the noodles?
What if
it's human body infused, but you're not eating it?
I'm going to come across real Army Hammer here. I would resort to cannibalism much quicker than you'd think. I would really, in the event of a plane crash or being lost, I would resort to cannibalism much faster than the average person.
Wow.
I'm like, in this situation, it's a matter of life and death. I'm not going to kill someone. I will just eat them after they're dead.
Okay, yeah. Wait,
I'm not being
what?
like...
You would eat someone but not kill them?
What, do you think I'm eating them alive? I'm saying I wouldn't say, I'm going to eat someone, so I'm going to kill you so that I can eat you. You would die of natural causes, and then I would go, well, I'm going to eat you.
Okay, that is crazy.
But it's like, no, it's like extreme cases.
Okay, extreme cases.
I'm not saying like
if someone
McDonald's is closed, so I'm going to eat you.
Because I'm going to find a dead guy. Okay, no. All right.
Our fallen tribute so far says Fonzie Gomez, Luke Kidgel, Esme Louise James, Michael Finch.
Good God. I think we should check in back with some of our comedy creators.
Absolutely. Some of the reactions that they've had.
Money Mitch, you're broad in the shoulders like me, tall like me. I like your style. You're on my team.
He's going. I'm Scott, the winner of Nobody Asked Podcast Hottest Wrestler of the Year. Don't really know what I'm doing here. I definitely didn't volunteer.
Eager, thirsty for blood.
The other districts seem pretty strong, and I'm pretty pissed off about it.
You put me in the transportation district? What skills have I learned in the transportation district to kill other people? Am I gonna fucking choo-choo through them?
Pat, pretty tall dude, has the brawns, little bit of the brains, and he had that kind of rugged Fashion Week fit last year, which leads me to believe that he does get down and dirty.
I'm not sure if this would be Jackson Field's strategy as well, but treat it like Minecraft Hunger Games.
That guy's gonna die at our hand within 20 seconds.
He probably will die at our hand.
My strategy would probably be something like this.
Laying on the ground and then just waiting for them to get to me.
Georgia Productions, big fan. She's got a lot of skills in the creative world. I'm taking her ass out. She only can cook that pesto pasta. Guess what? They're not going to have that in there, okay? They're not going to have your shitty pasta in there, so good luck surviving on the forest fruits.
Probably aligns with GP because she's just been to #meet me in Malta.
Yeah.
So she's got some experience with dry testing terrain, which I think we could really utilise. Also considering Georgia's just been on a first-class Emirates plane ride, she'll be very relaxed and limber.
Potentially we can use the Tesla to do some...
Tesla could be there.
I'd also just like to thank Lockie and Eden for giving me this opportunity to once again get another gold medal under my belt. I'd say to wish me luck, but I don't need it.
Eden's in love with me, and I think Lockie has just put me in because he wants to take the piss out of me on the internet. Yeah, I'm very excited to be a part of the games, as long as Lockie's not just a fuckwit about it and just kills me off straight away.
Curious to know what the prize is too. Is it just our lives? Do I have to go on them tours?
I feel I like to think I'm a fighter, but I'm more of a flighter.
In terms of my strategy, I don't have one because I have no fighting skills. I think I'd probably just play dead or hide.
Watch your back, because the Mockingjay is about to blueberry in your President Snow.
And yeah, Lockie McIntyre, go fuck yourself.
I'd like to take you to another part of the arena that is slightly different to the original one.
Please.
Granny Flat Comedy makes a run for it to the hills.
I've been wondering what's happening with them.
They're making a run for it the hills.
Mm-hmm.
They're always organised. They want to make sure, hey, we're not just going to run in and get to the cornucopia. We're going to go organise ourselves. They keep running until one point they look down because their feet are cold. No, their feet are wet. They look up and there standing before them is our very own Queen Gabby and her empire, Raging Waters Sydney.
Oh, I love this edition.
What up, Gabby? If you're listening, you are in our Hunger Games as a mutt. Just letting you know, you're a reanimated mutt corpse. So, but you're in it. Hi, Gabby.
Hi, Gabby. Miss you.
It is the exact same Raging Waters. They have it all to themselves. There's even that fucking rooster that we were following around. And the boys just have a moment to enjoy themselves.
Oh, they just go on the Bombora.
It's on the Bombora.
They're on Bombora.
They're just having a bit of fun. And then at one point they're like, let's do the one where you race down. You know, you go into little separate tunnels and you see who comes out first. And they're doing it.
That's dangerous. Don't you split up.
And Dave goes down and he comes out first. He's going, oh, I won. And he stands there and he's waiting for Nick. He's waiting for Nick to come down. But he can't see what's... And then Nick's body comes sliding down with a trail of red blood.
No.
Nick's been killed.
Who did it? Not our Nick.
And now
our Nick.
Our Nick.
Our boy.
Our little boy.
Our little boy.
And Dave rushes over, and much like many of their other videos, they're holding strong homoerotic eye contact.
Yes.
And he holds him close. It's a tight hug. And then he suddenly feels Nick hugging back. He goes, oh, that's nice. The hug starts to get tighter and tighter and tighter. Jackson Field has got his legs around both of them in a triangle choke.
He is the BJJ.
He is the BJ king.
Champion.
Jackson Field is now
and
choking.
He's BJing them.
He's BJing them
legs.
so hard. No, Jackson Field is choking out Dave Hoey against the lifeless corpse of Nick Burton. And I want to know...
And if anyone wants to draw this for me, personally, if any of our artists, I'm looking at
Calming_Calamity, do you feel like drawing...
do you feel like that?
Granny Flat getting choked out by Jackson Field. I want to ask you, does Jackson Field earn another gold medal and choke out Dave Hoey, thus ending Granny Flat?
God, he's a brute.
Or does Dave Hoey, through the power of friendship, fight off Jackson Field?
I would love to know. Can I pull out a card?
Yes, absolutely. Red means Jackson Field dies, and black, Dave Hoey and Granny Flat die.
I love that you guys get some ASMR in this one.
Who is it the power of friendship that takes out Jackson Field? Or is Dave Hoey going to the place in the sky with Nick? It's a black card.
It's a black card. I could have set that up for you, you know, told you the story of that, but honestly, I'm too upset. Because I think Jackson Field is a
He's a brute.
He's a
brute.
violent boy. And our Dave,
Dave.
He had nothing but love in his heart.
Absolutely.
He's a nice man.
He's a good boy.
He's a good, honest, decent man, Jackson. Do you see what you took away from us?
Jackson, what district is Jackson? He's from 3. He's a career tribute,
You
of
evil
course.
fuck.
You evil fuck.
Evil fuck.
Dave Hoey and Nick Burton go out the same way that they lived, holding really long eye contact with each other. That's slightly homoerotic.
The longest eye contact you can have is with a
Forever.
dead person. They're gonna win the bloody staring contest.
That is wildly upsetting.
That's just fucked up.
I mean, do you know what's crazy? Everything Jackson Field said in his videos, he's backing up.
He is.
He'd be out here murdering.
And he is, and that scares me. How does he know what our cards and what our dice and what our coins are going to do?
I think we got to give him another gold medal for that. Granny Flat comedy from District 5.
Gone.
Drowned in the Bombora and then triangle choked at the bottom of the Bombora.
Jesus. We've now lost Granny Flat.
Mm-hmm.
This is so awful. This is probably not awful to one person, someone I know. Because we've got a lot of comedy boys in this.
Yeah, of course we do.
We've got a lot of comedy boys. Too much? Do you think there could be too much?
I think there's always too many.
I think it's a systematic issue.
History has always shown that there's too many comedy boys.
I mean, 5 of my 7 nights a week, I would say I'm around too many comedy boys, not enough women. And you know who's always been an advocate for that?
Who's that?
That would be Steph Broadbridge.
Steph Broadbridge.
She's always wanting more girls in the lineup.
Mm-hmm.
Equality in comedy. God, it's good to see.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you think happens when she looks around an arena? She's escaped up onto a high hill. She looks down, she peers around, and she sees who's left? Well, Mates Rates. Jarchi. Jackson Field. Money
Field.
Mitch. Pat Doherty.
Mates Rates.
Should
we throw her? She can't take on all of them.
I think she picks up a bow and arrow.
Oh, goodness.
From the cornucopia.
Let's fucking do it. I think she gets 3 shots.
3 shots.
3 shots.
3 shots is good.
She gets 3 shots.
Now, if I was Steph, what I would do is go to the most densely populated area. So even if I missed, maybe it would get 1. I would go for Mates Rates.
You can get all of them.
You could single.
Yeah.
With a single arrow through the head, because they did say they were going to stitch themselves together.
Yes.
So you really could get them all in one.
So if you kill one of them, you kill all of them. Can we say that she sees Mates Rates, Pat Doherty, and Jarchi standing together?
She does.
She has 3 shots. For each shot, it's odds or evens. If it's even, she got him. The next person, odds or evens. If it's even, she got him. Steph has the opportunity to take out 3 people in one go.
Let's go.
First off, who's she aiming at first? Jarch, Pat Doherty, or Mates Rates?
Pat Doherty, it's personal.
Pat Doherty. So if she gets evens, Pat Doherty has been shot. Look away. She pulls back the bow. She shoots the arrow. She has to aim up a little bit high because he's a tall man.
He is.
But Pat takes a step out of the way as the arrow's coming.
Pat, you
He
slimy
takes a
fuck.
step out of the way, but as he does, he hears someone behind him go, "Hola, Pat." They've sent in a South American mutt to distract Pat, and in that moment he turns back around and an arrow goes straight through his head. Steph Broadbridge takes out Pat Doherty. Rolled a 6.
Ooh, let me do them.
Oh god, I'm just gonna cross him off. Steph Broadbridge taking out Pat Doherty. I love that we were like equality in comedy, and you're like, no, just murder the dudes.
Yeah. That's all you got to do. I try to, one open night a week.
I would like to say that she is aiming at Jarchi this time.
Jarchi.
Yeah. If it's even, she's nailed Jarchi. Is he still doing his Triple M? Is he still doing Triple M with Lou? Is Lou gonna have a podcast partner, kid? What happens, Aiden? Just tell me.
Steph Broadbridge. She's always been a fighter. She's always been a fighter. And you know what? Today's no fucking exception.
Oh, goodness me.
Right through the eyeballs. Steph Broadbridge shoots Jarchi.
Through both eyeballs? Did she shoot 2 arrows?
No.
Or through the side?
The side.
No way.
Like a fish. Like hooking a fish. It's a curved arrow.
It's a curved arrow.
It's a curved arrow. She's hooked it.
It's a boomerang inside a bow and arrow. I would have been putting my multi on Jarchi.
Yeah.
This is what happens, guys.
He looks like he's equipped for the outdoors.
He not looks like is.
You're not equipped
is
for
equipped.
an arrow through each eyeball.
You're not equipped for a full-time stand-up comedian and playwright.
Who's never killed anyone.
This is the magic of this. Jarchi could have survived. Pat Doherty could have survived.
It's anyone's game.
In this magical world, Steph Broadbridge is a killer.
Now.
And she's still got to shoot mates rates.
She does.
We made this promise.
Well, but this is yes, yeah. If you do hit them, you hit them all. They've sewed themselves together.
But I think they've now seen at this point, realistically, they've seen Jarchi go down. They've seen Pat Doherty go down. They would have to be aware.
I think they're freaking out, and I think what they've now tried to do, Steph's got them cornered. They're in a cave, probably. I think Steph's got them backed up right against a wall. They probably feel a bit stuck. Stuck between a rock and a hard place.
Oh, goodness me.
I think they have chosen to maybe spare at least one of them, say, we don't all have to die here. She can't get us all. They have 127 hours to themselves.
On the count of three, can we say, because my idea was that they, in their own moment, they've picked up a bow and arrow, and it's a matter of now who shoots first.
Wow.
But in order to get to the bow and arrow, they need to split apart from somebody.
Yeah.
On the count of three, 127 hours. Who's getting 127 hours from the group? 1, 2, 3.
Tom.
Yep. So, mates rates, now that they've seen this happen, they split apart. Tom goes down. There's still 2 of them left. They run. Sammy and Christo run to grab a bow and arrow, and they shoot.
Because Sammy and Christo, like three-legged race looking, like
and
it's a better match.
They're like
similar
same
heights.
heights. The legs going to move at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tom's like 5'3", I think. So it'd be
maybe
very
4'3". 4'3",
I think.
He's around about Thumbelina size.
Yeah.
Yay, 10 centimeters long.
He's all torso, no legs.
He's never had legs.
That's the thing about Tom. He's all kneecap.
Just kneecaps, which he walks on like shoes.
Tom McKneecap, they call him.
Exactly.
I'm going to say, if we get another even number, Steph got the shot off first.
Okay.
If we get an odd number, Mates Rate's got the shot off first. Look away, please.
Sorry.
They pull back the bow. They shoot. It's time for Spray Gun to take her final bows. There's no curtain call for Spray Gun.
Oh my god.
Mates Rates, with the sacrifice of Tom McKneecap, shoot an arrow.
But is Tom alive?
No, he's dead, so it's just the 2 of them.
Oh, Tom. Okay.
But now Steph, you know what? Can't get sued when you're dead.
That's so true.
Steph Broadbridge, hit the cannon.
Rest
Thank
in
you.
peace. I've got the musical from here, Steph.
Eden's like, sweet.
I'm like, cool.
This is great news.
No, I don't want to. I don't. There's a lot of money goes into that musical. I don't got any of that.
Oh, they're really dropping like flies. But who's our male comedian who's still left over?
Well,
a bit of Money Mitchell.
Well, that would be Money Mitch.
As we saw in our original podcast, we had to bleep out some of the things that he'd said at pre's.
Oh, he's a crude
We had
boy.
to censor some of the stuff that he said in the video. Parts of the video you did see was him saying, I might need media training. We've had to censor him. He's become a martyr within our Hunger Games. He's a bit of a Hamish Abernathy, if you will.
Ooh, bad boy.
He spends his time in the arena finding the hidden cameras around the arena and mocking the game makers. Doing the same thing that he does in his videos, you know. Oh, the meeting, how they designed Westfield malls, but this time it's, you know, the guy who invented Nobody Asked podcast. So he's saying such things as like, okay, let's make the girl one so fuckboy coded, but let's mask it with a wildly leftist queer image and make the boy one look like his parents have a lawyer and retainer, but make him unquestionably a supportive ally, but also the lesbians hate him. Make her look like all the men who work at JB Hi-Fi and make him look like all the women who work at JB Hi-Fi. Make it just about the only male-female podcast duo that no one questions if they're dating, and mostly people question, do they actually like each other? That's me doing an impression of Money and Mitch doing an impression of us.
You read us down.
Yeah.
That's such a funny no one like wonders if they're dating. They just wonder how they're in the same.
If they actually like each other. So he's caused tension in the Capitol. We can't have that.
We're grumpy. We're looking over the arena and we're going, what the hell, man?
So we send in the only thing that can distract a man like Money Mitch from trying to be a martyr.
Yeah.
A mainstream female creator that is also attractive, and Mitch will definitely try to get with, but she's a robot. And her lady bits have a mechanism that will cut off his penis.
Who?
I'm not going to say who it is. We're just leaving it up to redacted name here. Mitch will be the only person who knows who we're talking about. But I'm going to say that after being a martyr, Mitch begins to make love to this robot. It slices his wiener off.
Bye-bye, wiener.
And he bleeds out. And he dies doing what he always wanted to do.
What's that?
That bit's getting censored. Bit's getting bleeped out.
Someone on the Nobody Asked Secret Headquarters Facebook page, guys, join it, did leave us a post. I don't know if you saw it, saying at the live show, who's keeping a list of things that were bleeped, and can we know what they are?
Oh God. Some of them,
yes.
for sure.
That one? No.
I don't know, Mitch, you might be sitting here going like, wait, I didn't even get a dice roll. Too bad.
No, it's
too bad. You got a great storyline.
You got a great storyline.
You died a martyr.
And you were very funny in these games.
Oh my goodness. All right, so Money Mitch.
Mitch, your video might be my favorite. Now, I did want to ask you about one thing.
Please ask me.
What are your, I would say, part-time colleagues, Jimmy and Nath, doing?
Yes. Well, Jimmy and Nath, mate, they're radio guys. They're always promoing.
Yes.
They're always out promoting. One of the things they do to promo is they have their own line of budgie smugglers with their face on it.
Ah. They've
famously sent me a pair, which I wear with pride. And they often will whip them out with like celebrities they're interviewing or out in public. And people have caught on to this. People know that this is what's been happening. And one of the craftiest people here in the arena is former PWA heavyweight champion Jess Troy.
Mm-hmm.
Jess Troy sees them getting changed, sees their budgie smugglers on the ground, and she thinks, I'm going to slip a bit of poison ivy in those things. Rub some poison ivy inside the budgie smugglers. So when the lads put them back on, they're going to be no more.
Jess, you are a natural-born fighter.
She is. But they put on their budgie smugglers, but they see Jess. And they have an opportunity to either take out Jess and get the smugglers off, or they're going to be writhing there in pain and die from poison ivy. To the penis. The second penis-related death in this Hunger Games.
Not the penis poison.
A huge increase in penis deaths this year.
100% increase.
I'd love to draw a card to see if Jess Troy is able to pull this off.
Jess, you're the arm collector. Do not die to a bunch of radio presenters.
If this is red, Jess Troy's gone. If this is black, Jimmy and Nath are gone. Very interesting.
What is it?
Coming to you at Today FM, breakfast to your drive to work. It's no longer going to be Jimmy and Nath as they writhe in pain, as their balls are singeing, their asshole starts to bleed, and Jess Troy makes like a thief in the night out of there.
Wow.
Jimmy and Nath taken out by poison ivy to the budgie smugglers by Jess Troy.
Q2 little cannons for us.
Q2 cannons for Jimmy and Nath. Love you boys. But unfortunately, this is just the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. I'd like to leave us with maybe one more scenario just to see what happens here.
Absolutely.
Before we leave us till the next episode, because it has been a long one.
Has been a long one. Thank you guys for listening in. Condolences if your favourite has already
We
defeated.
literally cannot control it.
It's not our fault.
Every time we draw a card, this is the thing, people are going to be like, oh, why'd you take that person out?
We did it.
Do you know how hard it makes for us if we kill someone off and we had like a whole storyline written for them, which has happened about 4 times for me.
Yeah, heaps, actually. I had way more plans for these people. They had their whole lives in my made-up head ahead of them. And now I spent 5 minutes for fuck all nothing?
Yeah.
This is an unfair and cruel world, and that's what we're mirroring in this, all right? You guys think this is just fun for us? You think we just want to make costumes and go
Absolutely
crazy?
Not.
This is about life. It takes, and you just can't do anything about it.
Because this is great, because once this episode is done, we can go back and go, all right, fuck, we got to rewrite some storylines to finish this off. One of the parts of the arena that Brittany Saunders stumbles upon It looks very familiar to her. It's the Fate Warehouse, as seen on all her socials, where she creates great content with her workers. Yes. She runs in there because it's a safe place. And who does she see standing there?
Probably I think I might know where you're going with this.
Why don't you close your eyes and tell me who she sees. You ready? My doll.
Am I correct to assume she has seen our previous victor, Mitchell Coombs?
Unfortunately not.
Oh.
That was me doing my all right hey impression. She's like, oh, thank God you're here to protect me. Because they obviously have a podcast together.
Of course they are friends.
And he's like, of course I'm Australia's biggest glamazon.
Okay, there we go.
It's a big show, doll.
Okay,
there we go. Now we're into it.
There they are.
You know, and he says, I'll put on some of my favorite. I'll put on my favorite artists to, you know, make you feel a bit more at ease. He starts playing Lady Gaga. Mm-hmm. They have a little dance, they have a little boogie, and then Brittany Saunders goes, Lady Gaga is an All Right Hay's favorite artist. She looks and All Right Hay's eyes are white. It's a reanimated All Right Hay mutt from last year.
The games will get you.
And she goes, that's not All Right Hay.
That's all right. No.
It's all right. No. And suddenly, All Right Hey pulls a lever, and all the books that they've been reading over the past year start falling from the ceiling.
Brittany.
But I also want to say that at the same time, throwing in your suggestion, Mitch Coombs has been there the whole time hiding.
He has?
Because Mitch Coombs got lured in by the sound of All Right Hey.
And the Lady Gaga.
Two people that have had podcasts with All Right Hey. And the Lady Gaga would have got him in.
Mitchell Coombs has a Lady Gaga tattoo.
Oh.
Yes.
But they're both in there. The books are falling down. I want to roll the dice and say 1 or 2, Brittany Saunders perishes under all the books.
Okay.
3 or 4, Mitch Coombs perishes under all the books.
Yes.
5 or 6, they both perish by the sheer weight of All Right Hey on Book Talk this year.
Let's have it.
All right. Let me just say, you can't keep a good woman down.
Ooh.
You can't keep a good woman down.
Right.
Brittany Saunders does a tactical roll.
Oh.
Moves. She knows this warehouse. It's the exact same as one she's got. She knows exactly where to hide. She takes cover. But there will be no Mockingjay on my watch. Mitch Coombs made it out one time, but not this time. There's a trail of books fall on top of Mitch Coombs.
Oh, Chook.
And he writhes in pain. And All Right Hey looks over him and just goes, sorry, Darl. It's the last thing Mitch Coombs hears. He thought he was out. No one ever wins the Hunger Games. No one ever wins the Hunger Games.
Because no one wins society.
Yeah, okay. Well, yeah. Guys, if you think about it, the Hunger Games is a little bit like real life in some ways. Guys,
I'm going to leave us on a little bit of a cliffhanger.
Absolutely.
Brittany Saunders is safe.
Yes.
Because of the way she knows her way around a clothing warehouse.
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell you one thing.
Yeah.
You know who else knows about making clothes?
Who knows about making clothes?
Bridie Drake.
Because she makes pajamas.
She does make pajamas. They lock eyes from across the room.
Are we doing this? We throwing one more in?
No, that's the cliffhanger.
That's a cliffhanger. Next episode, find out what happens when Bridie Drake and Brittany Saunders come face to face.
Absolutely.
Two absolute giants of the clothing industry.
What an absolute crazy first day in the arena.
Because there were some moments there where it really felt enthralling. There were a couple of moments where you could hear us trying to think of what happens next. So if there's parts where you were like, fucking get on with it, we apologise. But this has been a lot of fun.
I think we did really well, and I think we did better than you guys could have. So
I think we've barely got...
Make your own podcast and listen to your own self.
Yeah, if you think you can do it better, you do it. But we do thank you so much for listening.
But we really love you guys.
Yeah. Guys, if you have any suggestions for scenarios, please send them to the fan mail.
Please.
Or message us on Instagram. But probably send them to the fan mail. We'll put a link in the bio of this podcast. We will be putting up a reel anyway to let you know. But the tributes were still left. District 1, Indy Clinton. District 2, Brittany Saunders. District 3, Jackson Field. District 4, Georgia Productions. Everyone from District 5 is gone. District 6, Maddie McRae. District 7, Scott Green. District 8, Carl Sandilands. District 9, Bridie Drake. District 10, Chloe Madron. District 11, Sam Andrew. District 12, Jess Troy and Mates Rates. The girls are girling.
The girls are girling.
The girls are girling. Guys, we will be back with the next episode, whether that is dropping on a Wednesday or a little bit later because we both have very busy schedules recently.
You have no idea how much we sacrifice for you guys.
This is fucking insane. But yes, That was the first of the Hunger Games. We will see you sometime next week for the final episode to wrap it up, to announce.
Oh, you're not ready for what we're going to look like?
It's going to be fucked. It's going to be insane. But thank you so much for listening. Love you, miss you.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.